Hi Fools, I'm Joe Magyer and I'm here with an Ask a Fool question. Question today is, why don't US investors invest in Asian stocks listed in Australia? Well, I live in Sydney, Australia. I'm here at Full HQ for a week, so this is near and dear to me. There are a few reasons. So the first is that American investors aren't all that different from Australian investors or most investors, in that they tend to invest mostly in their home market. They should look abroad more often, and that's the reason I moved to Australia actually, was to get a little more global perspective as an investor. But most Americans just don't do that. The second is that there are questions around accounting that a lot of US investors have, and I don't think there are any issues with Australia in particular, but in Asia at large, there are some dubious accounting practices. Baidu, for example, I'm not saying they're cooking their books by any means, but Baidu, if it was an American company, I think would sell at a much higher price because there are so many questions from American investors about transparency in China. Third reason is, tech companies, size matters in a big way. And in the US, it's just a very large country with very deep pockets. And the size of your platform and the network effects around that and your scale advantages are all very, very important. And because of that, investors are willing to pay a premium for them. Some tech companies in smaller markets, obviously excluding something like China, but something like Australia, if you dominate a country with 30 million people, that is not nearly as valuable as dominating a country with 330 million people. So people are willing to pay a good bit more for that, and not just because you dominate a larger country, but typically you can export that business model very easily. For example, Google, the Google of Australia is Google. And there are plenty of examples of that. So those are the main reasons. But again, I do think it's a very good question. And I think most investors should be looking for more opportunities abroad. So thanks very much.